There is a place on no map, a land older than memory, a land where even the sun hesitates to rise. Travelers who enter speak of one thing above all else, not the silence, not the ruins, not the endless fog, but the shadows, because in that place the living cast them, and the dead do not. Long ago, when kingdoms were young and the world still believed in tomorrow, there was a road no one would walk. It cut through barren hills, across broken stone, into a valley that seemed untouched by time. No birds flew there, no rivers crossed it, no winds lingered, yet the road remained, as if something expected visitors. The elders forbade it, but prohibitions always create curiosity, and curiosity is the first step toward ruin. The first to defy the warning was a king, young, brilliant, ruthless. He believed fear was a weapon used by the weak. He marched with soldiers, priests, and scholars, determined to conquer whatever lay beyond. They entered at dawn. They never returned. But the kingdom did not mourn, because weeks later the king came back. He returned alone. No army, no priests, no explanation. He looked unchanged. He spoke little. He ruled wisely. The people praised his courage, but those closest to him noticed something strange. He avoided mirrors. He never stood in direct sunlight, and when he walked, he cast no shadow. At first, no one spoke of it, but slowly others began to change. Soldiers sent to patrol the road returned. Messengers who vanished came back days later, each one quieter than before, each one colder, each one shadowless. The kingdom prospered. Peace spread. War ended, because the king and his followers made decisions without hesitation, without mercy, without doubt, as if they were no longer human. The priests studied ancient texts. They found references older than history. A valley that fed on endings, a place where death did not mean decay, but transformation. The texts warned, the valley does not take bodies, it takes futures. Those who enter surrender what they could become, and in return they gain certainty, because uncertainty belongs to the living. The shadowless king expanded his rule. Other realms envied his stability. They sent envoys. Some returned, and they too cast no shadow. Soon entire courts changed. Decisions became efficient. Mercy became rare. Hope became unnecessary. The world grew orderly, cold, predictable. One kingdom refused. A small, fragile land led by an old queen. She believed doubt was sacred. She believed fear was proof of life. When shadowless emissaries arrived, she refused their peace. War followed, but it was not war as history remembers, because the shadowless did not fear death, and the living feared everything. The last battle was fought at the edge of the valley. The queen stood with her people. Behind her, the road stretched into mist. Before her, armies that did not hesitate. The battle lasted one day. By nightfall, the living were nearly gone, but something unexpected happened. The queen entered the valley, alone. She later spoke of it only once. The valley was not empty. It was filled with versions of the world that never happened, cities that never rose, children never born, victories never achieved. The valley was a graveyard of possibility, and the shadowless were those who had traded uncertainty for control. They had abandoned the future. The queen understood, so she made a different choice. Instead of surrendering her future, she gave the valley something else. She gave it doubt. She gave it fear. She gave it the one thing the shadowless had lost, and the valley changed. It became unstable, hungry, unpredictable. The shadowless began to weaken, because certainty cannot survive chaos. The war ended. The shadowless kingdoms fell. The road was sealed, but not destroyed, because nothing truly dangerous ever disappears. It only waits, and sometimes travelers still find that road, still enter, still return, unchanged, except for one detail. If you ever meet someone who never hesitates, who never fears, who never wonders what might have been, look closely, because in the light you may see the truth. The living always cast shadows, but those who have abandoned their future do not. Thanks for watching. This is Dark Trace.